So welcome. This is the 250th American Revolution Anniversary Committee meeting. Welcome, everyone,
Hello.
and welcome Westboro TV. Thank you. And now we can do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, guys. Cold enough for everyone?
Yes.
Lydia is away. She's having a good time. I don't know
What's
if
the
she's
temperature in Texas?
79.
Oh,
She was in a lounge chair with her glasses on, and she's like, hey, I'm living the life. We're all racing here. She deserves it, though.
she does.
I do not know if Lydia's on yet. She's not connected.
Yes.
Okay.
Amanda's the one who has the
Yeah.
control through the Zoom
Okay.
link.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so it's us tonight, kids.
All right.
We're gonna have fun.
Do we have a quorum?
Yep. Four is to vote. That's a quorum. There's four of us.
Okay.
Is this, excuse me, guys. He's gonna call up Amanda. Let's see if we can get you hooked up, ready to go. Okay, I'll tell him. Right, I'll go in right now. She said that you have to admit her in. She said that you have to let her come in. Yeah.
It's Amanda that does it.
It's an Amanda, yeah, it's Amanda. No. Okay,
Is she
we'll
still
wait.
here?
Yeah. Okay, all right. We'll get you on, Lydia. I'll talk to you soon through the TV. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Good, I'm moving here. Oh, sorry, still up. Has your meeting started yet?
Yes,
Oh, you're.
go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I'm just
We're trying
here.
to connect someone else in.
Because I've been trying to follow along and I had some time tonight. And so if there's any questions about the block party, I figured I would just be here.
Thank
In
you.
real time, I can.
Thank you
Thank
that
you.
you're here.
Yeah, no, of course.
BJ can't make it, so it's good to see
Oh,
you there.
perfect. Yeah, so I can just help answer whatever.
Thank you,
Yeah. But if you
Jennifer.
don't need me, I'm happy to just.
No, I appreciate that. We're just waiting for Lydia.
Yeah.
I don't want her to miss
What about
anything.
Casey?
I don't know right now.
I know
I-
he has a meeting right before this. I think he has curriculum.
Yes.
Okay. We'll just wait for a couple more minutes just to,
See if
okay, well,
So
I'm
Andrew, how do you like Westboro?
Cold.
cold.
You
Snowy.
came from Virginia, right?
It's cold there too.
Oh, you're talking to Andrew.
Well, why not? We're just filling time.
Yeah.
what part of Virginia.
So we moved from Richmond, that's where we live,
Uh-huh.
from Lynchburg, which is from the
Yeah.
west state.
Yep.
But we sort of said when we were down there, like, summers are way too hot in the south,
Mm-hmm.
but the winters are also cold. And at least here, ski, ice skate, do winter stuff. There's no winter stuff. So it just
You're
shuts
still not
down.
on?
Literally.
But then you get up here and there's 2 feet of snow.
Okay. Nope,
This is,
It's all
It's
trade-offs.
5 degrees. every day
Nobody's
for
there.
6 weeks.
this
it
is
looks like,
How long have we been?
different.
It
Yeah.
is, for sure. For sure. Been about 3 years.
2 years, okay. So you know the last years were not like this.
No, although the first winter when we
I
moved
just
here,
told
there was
them
a
and he
day,
said
so we were in
about
like
how
corporate housing.
Amanda has to let you
And
in.
like,
And I
then like
see,
almost 3-year-olds, but it was like, so it was
And
in a
Carla
parking
said
garage in
it's
front of the
Amanda
car,
that
and we went
lets you
outside,
in.
but looked down,
and
it's like
he's trying to
36
get you in, Lydia.
garage.
I see him on
Immediately getting
the,
outside the door is like -12,
on the
and I
wall.
needed to get gas for the car. He was so cold.
We're not gonna start until you get in.
Just one
I'm
particular
watching.
day. 3 weeks ago.
See the hospital in Marlboro, which is a. an
I don't
actual
think Amanda's
hospital.
here. But Carla
Was
was
it
the
not?
one who said that
Was that-
Amanda, they're
was it not
looking
last
to
month?
see if they can get you in right now.
Okay, I get you, I get you.
Okay. They had
I
to
know you
close the
did.
hospital
I know
because
you did.
They lost heat.
I'm so sorry.
They moved all the patients out. That was last night.
That's a disaster.
That's a
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah,
You can't have infirm people without heat.
There's a
it looks
great
like they're
book
trying
slash
now.
movie called 5 Days in Memorial.
I'll,
Definitely worth
let
watching.
me-
reading
let me
about
go
this
in.
hospital in New Orleans during Katrina.
Oh my
Yeah.
And
gosh.
how they have, the power supply, they put it above water level, which is brilliant because they know it could flood. What they didn't do is put all the electrical running from that power supply to the rest of the hospital above water level. So when it flooded, they lost power in the summer for a week.
Stench and.
I was living with someone here
Mhm.
whose daughter went to school down in Louisiana.
Sure.
And he was the last person on the plane. Apparently the plane was taking off and it's like, sit down when you can.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
it's not on your.
it's no joke, the heat down there.
Yeah, I mean, I was working at the hospital. I think one of the hospitals across town lost
Thank you.
power or something happened, but they started having to like fly everybody in.
Okay.
It is gapped.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
good.
just starting the fundraising,
Sure,
but
sure, sure.
Okay,
I knew we'd
Lydia,
get it, but just in terms of
you
this
have to
event.
listen now. We were trying to contact Amanda. I know you can listen, so until we figure it out, I'm so sorry. They're trying to get you in, but you can listen. Okay. All right, so we discussed about the fireworks.
Yep.
So if we fundraise, if we make the extra $6,000, if we want to put that towards the fireworks, to have a half an hour display, we can do it. If we don't want it, that's fine. We can have it on other things that we want. We're talking about the warrant. We have not this Friday, but the next Friday to say that we want some extra money. And I can tell, just for a buffer zone or something for other activities.
When you say we can say we want extra money, that's to the town?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's
that's ask for.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes. And that's not this Friday, it's next Friday. So she will put in the warrant if we want something else, because we took all that money from that gift fund. So if we have extra money, we can put it on something else that we want to do, or we can do it towards the fireworks for half an hour show. Gary,
I'm reflecting on Christie's note. I believe that we did vote.
okay, okay.
But
That's why I brought it up.
Hold on.
Yeah,
For the record,
okay,
again, I would like to make a motion that we approve the contract with the cheaper fireworks company, and that we, as the 250th committee, vote for that, since I think we did that already, but Christie doesn't seem to know that.
well, she wasn't here, to be fair. She wasn't here.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but we produce minutes, or actually, the town produces minutes. But I'm just saying, I want to make sure that it's clear,
Okay,
beyond a shadow of a doubt, since as of
all right, so,
2:46 this afternoon, the town manager didn't know.
okay,
And I'm not
so,
trying to, bust her chops at all. I just want to make sure that we're
Yeah.
following the process as
okay,
it
so,
evolves.
so you're gonna do the, you're
I just
gonna
made a
send a
motion.
motion, okay,
And the last time we had this discussion,
Mm-hmm.
Lydia, who's down in Texas and is pounding the table screaming,
I feel so bad, yeah,
no, she made a modification to my motion that said that as we collect more money when we fundraise,
right,
that we can apply that to the larger fireworks spend or whatever.
exactly,
So in fairness to Lydia, who
Mm-hmm.
is listening but can't speak,
right,
okay, I want to recognize that was her ask, and that's what I
Right,
believe we
it was
voted on
her ask.
last time.
yes, it was
So-
correct. And
So-
we have to give the firework company, if we decide, if we do have extra money, if we all vote for it, we have to give them a month notice. So like, we have it June 26th, we have to give it May 26th. Just a buffer zone for them as well, just to put that in the clause. So,
I feel like the initial push for the fundraising is going to be the biggest part.
right,
So
Right.
we'll have a good sense.
yeah, we do. And then plus, we have like a cushion with the warrant as well.
Yes.
We'll have a cushion, so we can get some more things if we want, if the committee votes for it. So, okay, so,
In our initial discussion, I remember trying to get all the town services in the town warrant, like the fire and the police.
right.
Yeah.
So what we did, Casey, I remember Lydia and I were, Kim Foster was here, and she was telling us the prices, like, the police was 4,500, the fire department was 1,900. So it all added up to 11,000.
Yep.
And then the fireworks, the 15-minute was 19,000. So together combined, it was 30,000.
Yep.
And that's as much money as we have in that gift fund. So,
And if you look at Christie's note, under one, we've got to have us vote on all of that. There's no town warrant.
right,
If we want to do fireworks and DPW and police, probably makes sense to have the fire department on board.
Right.
We've got to vote on that and have that in here.
right,
Town warrant, we haven't even asked for yet.
right.
So
That's for the extra.
my motion is
Like that.
specifically to try to get us to the point where we go forward with a contract for the fireworks, which I think helps us all focus on a locked and loaded commitment.
Right,
And so can we then ask for in the town warrant, the detail money, DBW money?
I do not know the answer to that question. I'll definitely bring it up to Christie. I
Yeah,
just want to make sure that,
I just think, I think that is a concrete ask that people in the town would recognize and could get behind.
yes,
Rather than a
right.
fluctuating sum,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So,
I understand what you're trying
Yeah.
to say. That's an excellent point that you brought up. I will address that to
Okay.
Christie tomorrow.
all right, yeah.
And then I'll get back to you
So
guys.
I understand the ask right now, and I think we can vote on that right now, but just when we do,
Right, have
move
that
forward.
separate as the detail
It-
goes on the warrant.
yes, yeah,
Gotcha.
because
What- what-
that's something we can speak to in detail at a town meeting.
Right,
What I'm trying to avoid is we get to the end of whatever month and the fireworks company says, yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
we're booked.
yeah, so I mean, I think we can move on that motion today.
right,
My conversation that I would want to have with Christie eventually is that when we
break
talk
it down.
about
Yeah,
the town warrant article that needs to be in,
it's better to ask.
yeah,
I
Yeah, yeah.
100% agree with you on that. I will definitely talk to her tomorrow about
Mm-hmm. Okay,
that.
cool.
I just want to make sure that
yeah.
we can do that, Casey.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
the-
sure. Yeah, because I think that the police and fire and DPW are non-negotiable. They're a structure to like any parade we would ever have. So
Exactly.
I think that's a reasonable ask
Okay.
for the town.
Yeah, I will
yeah.
definitely do that detail. Okay, ask Christie.
So we voted on the, I want to make sure that we follow the rules. And
Yeah.
We voted on that motion. Lady Chairperson.
Yeah, yeah, so you brought up the motion, who seconds it?
I'll second.
Okay,
Again,
discussion?
Discussion anymore? I think we kind of
I think
discussed
we
out
did
of
it.
order,
We
but
just
yeah.
want to make
that's-
sure, all in favor?
you know,
Yes, okay.
we have to somehow find out what Lydia's vote is.
Lydia, I know, I feel so bad.
Can she raise a hand on that thing?
I don't know if I could call her, Jen.
She's not here, so I would say that she just unfortunately she would be able to vote. That's how I would.
Okay.
If she's, I don't, it doesn't seem like she's part of the meeting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If she were on Zoom, you'd have to do a roll call.
Roll
It
call.
doesn't sound like she's,
She's
Yeah.
not connected through there.
Yeah, she is,
so it would be, however.
she can hear us, but
Five.
there's no
It'd be
connection.
5-0, that's just how you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
That's how I.
we have enough, we have a quorum, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Lydia, I know you can hear us. Okay,
Have you seen the contract, Roberta?
no,
I'm just following what's right in front of me.
I am too, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen the contract, you haven't seen it, so.
No, we
probably makes
voted
sense.
for it, and that was,
Are you able to go to the meeting on the 24th of February?
I think I could, if Casey wants to go, if
When-
that's good,
When is, I'm sorry,
Friday, February 20th.
No, the 24th.
the 24th. Is that a
Select board
Tuesday?
meeting.
It's a Tuesday.
let me know.
I'm being a pedantic pain in the butt because I'm just reading what she wrote, trying to follow it.
Oh, boy. Okay,
So I'm asking
let me
you,
know,
the
Casey, you're
Madam
pretty good at
Chairperson, if you can
presenting
attend the
too.
meeting.
Yep, yep.
because I kind of
I
like you
don't,
to present too.
I'm just, the town meeting, you were talking about 21st of March.
That's, if approved, these funds would be available immediately following the town meeting with this March. But I think she said,
What-
it's somewhere here, it says February, okay.
Yeah,
At the very
At
bottom,
there, February
22.
24th,
Yeah,
Right.
there's a couple of dates
Yeah.
in here, one's here.
where
Right
is
here.
the 24th?
Number 2 on the
number
front
2,
page,
the front page.
last sentence.
That's their February 24th meeting.
Yeah.
Here's an update.
And that is,
Tuesday.
I just said for process, I'm not going to, but it's, what you would normally do is you'd go to the select board on the 24th. I'm going for rec, so that's why.
okay,
On the 24th, you would go before the select board. They would hear you, they'd ask you questions about the event, how your, what your process has been, whatever.
Right.
And then at a future meeting, they vote to support or not support all of the articles.
Gotcha.
So almost everyone that has an article on town meeting will come before the select board at some point
Right.
to kind of present. And so
Right.
that's what the 24th is. Then on March 21st, all of you should definitely be there at town meeting because you'll either have to present at least or be able to answer questions.
Exactly.
That's-
Thank you,
Yeah.
yep.
Jen. Thank
So
you.
I can do the 24th, so I'll go,
Beautiful.
I'll
Thank
go the
you.
24th, yep.
Thank you, Casey.
20, and then I'm just looking at the 21st. Excellent.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's when we're gonna probably bring up the details, like you said. If we can do it, if Christie doesn't agree to it, most definitely, we can do it then. All right. I know you have a lot to tell us about the reenactment, and that's what we didn't vote for it because I wanted to know what you came
Hold on
up
a
with.
second.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that the chair of this committee attend the select board meeting on the 24th. Because
Well-
I'm trying to follow what she wrote.
Well, yes, I will be with, I want to be with Casey. That's why I'm asking, Casey.
So we're all in agreement.
Yes,
Do we vote or did you just, we're steaming?
I don't think we have to vote for that, Gary.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear.
Well,
No,
I want to make,
Yeah.
we did this
I'm
last.
gonna go with Casey.
We
I'm
did
gonna
this
be there with
last meeting
Casey.
and it seems like we're backtracking. I just want to make sure we are addressing everything in her notes.
Oh, absolutely, and we are.
Yeah,
I did it last time with the fireworks. I went to the Board of Selectmen and we did the process. Thank you, Casey, for coming.
yep, so we'll email Christie that you and I will go there on the
Yes,
24th.
most definitely.
Okay.
And what about the 21st?
The 20, the
It's a
20.
town meeting.
Is it
It's a town meeting.
Town meeting.
And it'd be nice, like Jen Kirkland said, it'd be nice if we all go to answer your questions, if they have questions that they wanted.
But I'll be there.
Be there
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, so.
Will you be there?
I don't know. I'll look at my calendar. I don't think I need to be there. I think having more people can work against.
That's
you.
fine. I'm not gonna argue.
All right.
It's up to you. All right.
Okay. So 'cause I'm working on the education aspects. So we had the assistant superintendent made a presentation to school committee the other day, and just kind of updating them on some of the programs that we have going on for the schools, and that's something that we're kind of continuing to grow. And so there are a couple opportunities that are available for kiddos. starting with the elementary schools and onward. The Sons of Liberty are the ones that are going to possibly make a presentation at one of the schools as far as a reenactment is concerned. As far as the other group
I'm
reenactors,
sorry, who were the Sons of Liberty?
they are a reenactment.
They're not Westboro, they're just,
Nope.
this is what they,
Yep.
it's a
Yep.
club.
Yep. It's a club. They have a Massachusetts branch.
That's fine.
They could
I just
come
didn't
out.
know who they were.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the reenactment tribe right now. The other folks from Bolton have not got me a call back. I've tried to reach out to them before because I want to get
Right.
Andrew their information too, and they have yet to call
But
back.
we at least have one,
Yes.
which is good.
Yes. And also, I'm also chatting with Leslie. We're just trying to get a good date for a call to get some pricing information again for
Okay.
what she wants to do. Leslie is the point person on this now. I saw her at the golf thing the other day at the library. So I chatted with her briefly, and she was just busy. So I said, okay, great. So we'll try to line up this week. And then, yeah, so because I emailed Christina Allen, and she said Leslie's going to kind of
Yeah,
take the lead on
I
it.
spoke with Peter
Okay.
Allen.
Yeah.
And he said it, Leslie's the girl.
Yeah.
Chris is gonna take a step back,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's- which is fine.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I just need to talk with her on
Mm-hmm.
is to be able to get a definitive ask. So that what I was interested in was the numbers. If we are able to go to a 30-minute firework presentation, that would bump us up to 26,000.
Yeah.
Is that, which is fine.
Yeah.
That possibly could, if we were able to get the details under that town warrant,
Right.
$4,000 allotted for other programming, plus donations on top of that.
Would they like to do it at the Bay State Commons?
So her presentation is going to be more around Westboro. It won't be at the Bay State Commons because it's going to be in those witness houses. So that's the things that we had reached out to before with horse wagons, that kind of thing. And because the buses looks like they're going to be a little cost prohibitive to run that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we'll keep that,
Yeah.
once Leslie comes, but I like this sense of liberty.
yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, we could.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
What about from the school's perspective? Did they kind of, I know it's kind of like a side thing, but the pull squares and all those other things that we learned about, are we going to incorporate that, or is that teacher by teacher?
Yeah, so I met with Tara, and I met with Brian the other day on a separate issue too. But I think we're going to try to package it as these are cool things, awesome opportunities, if you so have the time. So curriculum, as far as curriculum, it lines up with a couple of the grades. Like third grade, it lines up with fifth grade. It
Fifth grade
lines
for
up very
sure,
well
yeah.
with eighth grade. It lines up very well with. So we obviously want to make those opportunities available to kids in other grades.
Yeah.
But arguably, it's easier to expand on some of those. Well, you're in the middle of talking about those things. Seventh grade curriculum, we're looking at ancient Rome and
Oh, yeah.
Mesopotamia, and so sneaking in Paul Revere there is a little bit of a workaround.
harder.
But those are where some more of the experiential pieces would just come in, because they experienced in seventh grade and they could revisit in the curriculum in the eighth grade. So.
Exactly. I know that you wanted the superintendent to
Mm-hmm.
attend one of our meetings,
The assistant, yes.
and you still do, right?
When I think when we get
You get all the information,
Oh,
we'll invite her.
I think once we feel confident to have them come in, but I think we still wanted to Gary's point, I think nail down a couple of
Yeah,
the financials
We got
and going forward. And I think probably they had a very short presentation. So the next time probably somewhere in probably March
Okay.
or April, I'll go before the school committee and give them an update, kind of where we're at, to bring them on board with that too.
Perfect.
I mentioned to them about Parent Square, and having that as a messaging platform system
Right.
for us. I told them that we would be asking them
Okay.
to use that. So that's something that we would, just
right.
want to run by school committee and the school department, just to make sure they're comfortable with our messaging as far as, this is the program dates, this is the way kids can get involved. And then we can make that outreach.
Right.
So,
Great.
That would be great. Thank you.
And they've been great, like allowing other organizations to
Oh.
use like Westboro Connects, I
Yeah.
know, and like
yes.
the Device Free Week and
Westboro
One
Connects,
week.
yeah, it's, a partner organization with the schools, so they do very well with that. And
Yeah.
community ed,
Yep.
able
Yeah.
to get those things. Westboro Rec, I think, is able to send
Yeah,
out the
right,
parents.
library.
Library.
Libraries,
schools
very
has stuff
good.
for Westboro.
So those things are really helpful. I mean,
Right.
it's the largest public contingent we have. So any kind of messaging. So once we get basically our line of programming up,
Right.
that's something that we can give them, and then
Okay.
have a formal ask for them.
All right, so we're gonna have to have another day for that. Am I correct?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I'm gonna go whenever they ask me.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right,
So
yeah.
so that's not a. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you
He-
just tell us
yeah.
and then we'll try to,
Yeah, Matt asked, he goes, there'd be another formal kind of follow-up a little later
Got it.
on. They were, school committee was just asking for a brief of kind of what's going on at this point and where we're
Okay.
going to be going forward, so.
all right, great. Casey, thank you. That's
all over it.
awesome. I like that. Carla, you did the letter, which is great. They gave us the letter and now we can start doing the motion of fundraising.
It's ready to go.
It's ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
So everybody will print, and I haven't started because I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that everything fell into place.
And I'm wondering too, do we need a motion to begin the fundraising efforts, or can we start that now? or-
I think we can start
We
it
can start,
now,
okay.
but we can vote on it if that's what, I mean,
let's just do a motion,
yeah.
just to.
Let's just do a motion. Yeah, just let's to cover.
So I will put forth a motion to begin fundraising efforts for the 250th celebration, to be able to pass out letters and start to contact businesses and organizations in Westboro.
I will second that motion.
Discussion?
Yep. So we pinned down that we want to do fireworks. That's something, we're on with. We figured out the funding, all the logistics, and we've now got a letter to solicit funding from businesses, but we haven't figured out what we're doing with that funding. So we're asking for money for a committee, for a town committee, but to do what? And I feel like we need to pin that down a little bit. It's something that we can do. We can go out fundraising. We will get some funding, but it's not going to be the kind of funding we would get if we had a plan for it.
Right,
And I also don't feel entirely comfortable asking for blank check funding, just give money to a committee without the committee having some sense of what we want to do. So I think at some point we need to figure out what are we doing with the rest of the time
Okay.
this committee exists.
so you're asking that we gotta vote on things that we want to do. Let's say we have the fireworks and all that
Right.
settled, right?
I don't think that's what he's asking.
Well, I'm not finished. Okay. But now, if like Casey, if there's reenactment, if there's money for that, then we can ask for that, or the wagon and horses, if there's money for that, if we agree to it, we can ask money for that, or sponsor, or whatever. If that's what you're basically looking for.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we sort of need a direction. Because
Right.
We figured out the big thing, the big
Right,
fireworks, right?
yeah.
So that's settled. I mean, now there's some tinkering that's going to need to happen with that, but there's still a committee here
Right,
that's doing 250. And now we've got it set where we can fundraise.
Right.
But we haven't settled on what we're fundraising for. So I think we need a new identity.
okay,
Kind of what are we doing with the rest of our time when we ask for funding for businesses, individuals,
Yeah.
whatever? Like, what is the plan of what we're going to do with our time, with their funding, things like that?
right,
So I think we need
okay,
to figure that out. That's not saying we shouldn't,
Right.
vote affirmatively to fundraise, but I think we really need to acknowledge that now we're at a point where we're asking for money, but there's not really a plan in place for that.
All right,
So
Okay.
I think that's an excellent point too.
Yeah.
And so I remember PJ had thrown out some numbers already for
the wagon.
the wagons.
It was $2,000 for one, for two, $4,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so if we want to make kind of like expanded rides, I mean, that's could be $6,000 right there.
Exactly.
So I think that's a good point where to have some kind of sheet where we're going after goals for fundraising. So
No,
I don't know
I-
if we type that
I
up
do
or
agree with
something.
that. The
Yeah.
problem is that it's the police detail and everything else. Like, I put it all on, Jen Kirkland was good on letting us contain it at Bay State Commons.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, between the fireworks and containing,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be 4,500. So if we go outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
will they charge us more? Will they do it? We don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it a little bit harder.
Right, but I think,
Yeah.
but Casey's point is valid. I mean, to say, so we have this estimate of what it costs to do the horse and wagon.
Yeah,
The committee now can talk about the logistics of that and figure out whether it's a viable thing to be fundraising for.
Right.
And I think that that's a good use of committee time because none of us know all the details of any one program here.
Yeah.
So we can say it'd be great to get curriculum into the schools. And that's a
Yeah.
great fever dream, but to have Casey actually go look into it is how we're going to make that happen.
Yeah.
And all of the things we've proposed are going to take some element of figuring out how to do it if it's even viable.
right.
So if we're
Andrew.
fundraising, but it's not a viable option, then what are we fundraising for? So I
It's-
think we need
no,
to figure out
yeah,
like the
I do
logistics.
agree with that.
Yeah.
We do agree with that.
We've
All
created a
right.
menu, right? So
We
there's
did
a
create
of
that
things
menu.
Now, which
I
ones
mean-
of those things are going to be viable?
Okay,
options?
so I'm gonna make everybody laugh. So I was talking to Debbie Ledoux, and we wanted the horse and carriage for John Arnold.
Oh, here it is.
You wanted to bring John on.
Okay, so I go down at the town hall, getting all ready for this. And I go, we're gonna have a parade for the veterans marching behind it, and then John Arnold in this carriage and horses. I go down. She goes, Roberta, you don't remember that we had it at the 300? Totally forgot about it. It's a hearse. It's a glass hearse. Can you imagine getting John in one of these?
Yeah.
So I gotta ask that
As long
one.
as he's in costume, it works.
Yeah.
I mean-
yeah.
Politics in
It
the
can be
United
Jefferson.
States.
I mean-
Could we borrow a buggy from somebody in town?
I mean, well, that's what I was,
I'm sure
gonna
there's
ask.
somebody in town with a buggy that we could borrow
yeah,
from.
I'm gonna ask that, because wouldn't that be cool?
Wouldn't the nurse family have something like that? Perhaps?
We can ask.
You
The
know,
liability, I don't know. Jen, go right ahead. Yeah, you could take that down if you like,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
that's just our
Yeah.
list of things to
put it
think
back.
about.
Thank you for coming, Jen. I
No, no, no.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Jen Kirkland, Recreation Director. So is for that piece with the horse and buggy, and that was going to be at the block party, like when they bring the colors in.
Yes.
I just wonder how that might work. I'm worried about space. I don't know how
Okay.
big a horse and buggy would be, but on top of that, we already have a hayride there. I mean, I could talk to them about like, because you just want to bring John Arnold
you read
in
my mind,
to
Jen.
read the declaration, right?
Right.
Yes.
I could see if they think, because they know the space. I mean, it gets so crowded so fast. Hopefully you've all been.
I
to the
was
block
gonna
party.
ask you tonight for that. You
Okay, so maybe that's a solution, and then that would be free. I mean, because we already pay for the hayride to be there. And then I can talk to them about if they think that's viable, just with the space of where they would likely go, like on that cement part in front of the stage.
Yeah.
Because
That would be great then too, because if there's any older people that were veterans
And
that
I
would
forgot
prefer
the
to sit
color
down.
guard. She's right.
Have a color guard.
Yeah. and-
we usually have at least a
Yeah.
couple people, right? And they come
Yeah,
in.
we have enough crowd, in
Yeah.
there
Maybe-
as well, and you're right.
And then the plan would just be for him to read the Declaration of Independence and then leave.
That's
Right.
it.
Okay.
That's it.
So I can check that for you. Just
Thank you.
And I can talk to them, just like I said, and then we can kind of decide if we feel like there's enough space for them to pull the wagon through.
Yeah.
Hopefully, or that early in the evening, that they'd be able
Like
to.
you tell me the
Yeah.
time. You tell us the time.
Yeah,
And
like 5:30,
like Casey
yeah.
was saying, if we can start a little earlier.
Yeah.
So we don't.
As we get closer, we can work together.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'll see if that's viable. So
Awesome.
then maybe that saves you and then that's just like one less horse because then we also have the pony rides. So I don't know. how
Right, right. I appreciate that.
Zoo over there.
One more last thing.
No,
If you
please.
can't do it, just say you can't do it. John was here with Paul Horrigan, the last meeting we had.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted a parade, but this year we
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
So we thought if they could march behind the wagon with John Arnold,
Yeah,
like a couple, not a lot, Jen, like 10, 15.
I think, when we bring the color guard in, I feel like that whole time will just be the color
Perfect.
guard and then the declaration, we do the national anthem.
All right, I just
And it's
wanted
sort
to
of the
put it
kickoff to
past
the
you.
event. I don't see why we couldn't add a few more people.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So,
Jen, thank you.
one more thing.
Go ahead.
Does John know how to ride a horse?
Oh, he'll be in the wagon. He'll be like in the
Sitting in the
In the
wagon.
wagon, not on the horse, not on the horse.
That-
He'll be sitting.
He's not like Paul here.
Yeah. Andrew read my mind. I was like, just throw him up on a horse.
oh my God.
You know, the thing kind of. Sign him up.
If he wants to.
Yeah, let's go. I did miss the conversation with veterans last session.
Right.
So, and you had mentioned that they were disappointed on that, but if we could incorporate them, it's part of that walking up and then having them up on the stage or something like that. I think that could be kind of cool too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
As far as the color guard coming in, and I mean, we can go through logistics of this anyway, but would this start at the rec center and just kind of march down? Is that what the idea
No,
is?
not even.
No.
We start the color guard like to the left of the stage almost.
Right.
Okay.
They're in that small parking lot behind like where the Sugar Shack is.
Yeah.
And they walk in. It's
So they'll walk around and then up kind
well,
of
that,
thing?
I mean, it would. I feel like use parade is a strong term because I don't think it would be a parade.
not
it
a
would be
parade,
like
but
a,
a procession.
Yeah,
A
there you go.
procession. Yes.
yeah, but it's a short walk, and they come to the front of the stage. The color guard does their thing, and usually then they start the national anthem.
Because we were trying to weave in the veterans
Yeah.
as well, Jen.
Sure.
And they wanted a parade, and I felt bad to say. So I wanted to kind of put them in somewhere.
Was there any discussion again on the Memorial Day parade? Did they want to work anything with that, or they?
No,
Okay,
because
gotcha.
I'm gonna meet them with Carla if she can make it and see what they say.
Okay.
If they want us to,
Yeah.
I'll ask. There's no problem.
Because one of my thoughts was though too is that if in my discussion with Leslie to have another tour after the parade or something like that, if they wanted to do that.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to
she
John
has
and
3
Paul.
tours that she wants to do because there's like 37 houses, and not to do all 37 houses in one go.
Okay.
So if there was maybe after Memorial Day, if folks were interested in like after they come down to the parade and after the speeches, we could do that.
I'm sure they will. We'll ask.
Yeah. So that would be something that that they were interested in.
Yeah. And I have another question, Jen. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's right here.
I know that Peter Allen said something about a band. So when the Reminiscence has their
Break. Their
break.
intermission, yep. So we typically have a magician that'll come fill about a half hour, but we don't need to hire that magician. So I think when we talked with you and PJ,
Right.
if you had someone that wanted to come in and do a half hour or 20-minute, whatever, reenactment or some sort of something that
Right.
we would be more than happy to have that. And that might be a good use of fundraised money to pay
That's
somebody
what-
to come in.
Because I know that like the reenactment or something, like something to fill, if it's not a band, it's a reenactment or something that
Or
can
band, yeah, if
fill
you
in
have
that.
a musician or something, that's totally fine too.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
reminiscents are easy, they don't care. if
Because
another
I
band-
didn't want you to, because I know you always hired them, so I didn't want to
Oh, no,
step
it's
on
okay. I mean,
anybody's, I just
No.
wanted to make sure.
no. And it's a one, it's a special year. It obviously
Okay.
makes a lot of sense to have these celebrations in
And
conjunction with
thanks
the block party.
again for
No,
letting
it's
us-
fun. Yeah, I don't want to overstep or anything, but I just
No,
felt
no,
like-
that's why
yeah.
I'm asking, just to
Yeah.
make sure
I would
that
say
that
please
half an hour.
overstep.
No.
No,
Because this is your,
No, it's-
and then just, I know, last meeting you had talked about a rain date, and I think that you had, but I
Yes.
can just to clarify that a little bit, there's no town policy that we cannot have a rain date, but, looking into it, it is really hard to ask these vendors to basically hold 2 dates and only get paid for one. So
Right.
that's why we don't typically do a rain date. And Peter, the Reminiscence, they're booked all year. I book them, so the block party's the 26th. That Monday when I come back to work, I book them for the next year because they
Right.
book out. So they don't even have availability for the next year. We found that with the like the hayrides, the bounce house, and face painters and all that.
Right.
They can't commit to 2 days and only get paid for one. So that's why I don't want to speak for other organizations, but I would assume that's why other town organizations also don't have rain
Yeah.
dates. It's
And
really
and it
difficult.
was nice for Peter Allen to do it, so I called him up that
Yeah.
night.
Oh,
And I
okay,
go,
good.
can I pass out the email to the rest of the
Oh,
committee?
good, okay.
And he said, fine, Roberta,
Yeah.
so everybody would understand, because I was kind of like,
Yeah.
why? Because Andrew brought that up,
Yeah.
and thank you for explaining
Yeah, but
that.
but it's not a town-wide policy that,
Okay.
it's just difficult. I mean, we could probably put something together, but I don't think it would be as good as, it
Right.
wouldn't be as good as
Right.
Friday night.
No,
And it
I
won't rain
totally,
anyway.
I totally agree with you. Thank you for coming,
No,
Jen, and
anytime. I'm
because I
happy
was
to
gonna
help.
come to you, you're very helpful.
Yeah, I'm here.
Because I just wanted to make sure that, you guys do, I love the block party. I mean, for one, I do.
Yeah, and I'm just happy to, I mean, I've worked here now over 10 years. I
And you
still
do a
learn
great
something
job.
new every day, but it's hard. I mean, all the rules and
Yeah.
things, it can be really challenging. So
It
I'm happy
is.
to help. Yeah.
You have to be underneath that umbrella and you
Yeah.
gotta make sure that everybody's on the same plane
Yeah.
as you do. Yeah, thank you for coming out.
No,
Jen, you're a
anytime.
peach. Thank you. Anybody have questions?
So I'm thinking, for that break in the band, do we want to get someone that's like reenactors, or maybe have someone do music of the time? Someone who can
Yeah,
sing?
music at the time, I'm not sure going to keep a lot of folks on
No. I'm just trying to think. of, like, what we
I mean,
could do.
if you got a great fife and drum corps, you can come in, but the Yankee Doodle ain't going to keep everybody.
No,
think
I
they have
agree
one.
with Casey.
So,
I'll have you
Though.
sing it,
Yeah.
Gary. How's that? Yankee
Yeah.
Doodle.
That'd
Yeah.
be so good.
You know, Gary Gregory.
Yeah,
he is a-
Andrew
he is
and
a
you were
resource
saying
in
it.
town that I think that we're not paying attention to. And I think that he.
And I knew that you and Andrew had a conversation with him.
Yeah, I mean, but this is just what I'm saying, like, we should figure out what we want to do. Now that
Okay.
we've got the fireworks done, if we want to go Gary Gregory, if we want to
Right.
pursue other reenactors, whatever. Like, now we've got a menu and we've got to figure out what we're going to do with
Right.
our menu and our time.
Right.
So we can pick concrete things,
Okay,
toss around ideas, then say, okay, it's going to cost this much. Here's the logistics of doing that. Who do we have to talk to get it approved, whatever.
right.
And then we can really start
No,
moving forward.
I
we
agree
know
with
that there's
you
some
on
time
that.
at the block party that we are able to fill with whatever we want. So what are we going to do?
Perfect. So I'll go ask Christie about the details, put it in a warrant, and then I'll get back to all of you through an email. How's that? Tell you what she said.
can we just while we're talking here is we'll meet the 24th. We'll
Of
go
February?
chat. Yep.
Yep.
And then so the 23rd, would we like to meet together that Monday
Perfect.
before we
And we can
go off?
discuss.
And then
Yeah.
and that would give us some time also to build a little more of a concrete ask.
Right.
And I don't know again if it's helpful because I know the restrictions on collaboration. I think if we had like an open Google Doc or something like that, we could start kind of building this. So we have a doc that looks like this, but
Yep.
lives in an accessible place for it all.
Yeah.
You know, that we could update.
I wrote it. You took my notes, Gary, and you
What
put
about
it like what Carla wrote,
Yeah.
right?
him? Yeah.
So maybe I'm
Yeah.
misunderstanding something, but I think the date where we have to propose for extra funds is March as opposed to February. So it's not, I mean, that's what it says.
March is when we have to go to the town meeting. We have
March,
to put something
yeah.
together.
So you have to do
Jen
it
knows
before
me.
first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because my read of this is that the fireworks they want presented there,
They want
It's
everything
50.
presented everywhere.
Everything.
Yeah.
another town meeting before March 12th.
No.
No.
So the warrant will close in, I believe, 2 weeks, and you cannot add anything to the warrant. What I was going to suggest when you talk, please ask Christy, she can advise you better. But what we sometimes do, I think one of you said it, you'll know initially, like your fundraiser, if you're getting all this money in and maybe you're like, we don't need as much from the town that we thought we were gonna need. You can write the warrant to be a sum of money. You're at requesting a sum of money. As you get closer to town meeting, you can change that to $5,000. You can put an actual number in there. So talk
you.
to Christy about that. She might have a different avenue for you to go.
Okay.
But you need to have, if you want to be on the warrant to be considered a town meeting to request funds, you need to be on that warrant before it closes, which I believe is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I didn't see this email, but I'm assuming that that's the gist of it. that-
Right. It's not this coming up Friday. It's the following Friday.
And they will
Jen.
close the warrant and you cannot, that's like out of Christie's hands at that point. You can't do
Right.
anything. So if you get on the warrant almost as like a placeholder, and if for some reason, say you get on the warrant and
Right.
you have some very generous donor that donates you $20,000 and you don't need, we can pass over that warrant article at town meeting.
Got you.
She'll tell you all this, but that's sort of how it works. So you can, I believe, and again, don't fact check me with Christy.
Right.
That you can just put, we're requesting a sum of money. That's what she'll put in the warrant.
Yes,
And
that's
then-
what she said in
Oh,
the
good.
back of
Okay.
this. Yeah, you're right.
So a sum, so when you're not, like, when vendors are, like, when departments are going out to bid and we don't know how much, something's gonna cost.
Right.
We're still trying to shore up numbers. We put a sum of money, and then as time goes on, as we approach town meeting and we have firm
Then we'll know
numbers,
the closer that we get.
we get
and
a number.
We got it.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Thank
So
you,
if that,
Jen.
so that, but you have to get on within that 2 week window.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we preemptively do that.
And so when you go to the 24th, you can also tell the select board, this is our plan. We're hoping to fundraise for some of these or however you decide. If you
Exactly.
decide you want to ask for the full 11 for the town services, that's up to you guys.
Right.
But you can just, this is part of going before the select board. This is our plan. We're fundraising. We're hoping to raise X amount of money. This is what we need the money for. And we're
Perfect.
hoping to get a little bit of help from the town for XYZ. That's
Perfect.
But definitely.
Yeah,
double check with
I
Christie,
think
but-
thank you for explaining
No,
that,
no, yeah.
Andrew. Is
So
that,
just to sort of paraphrase, so you don't have to request a specific amount of funds for specific things in the initial request. You say, we're gonna request money.
A sum,
Right.
yep.
And then by town meeting, you have to have that
A
teased
number.
out
yeah.
with
Yeah.
the specific.
So
funds.
Casey and I will go with the
What is the
detail.
block party funding typically?
We just upped our ask for 5,000 this year. We usually ask for 35, but this year 5,000.
Right.
Because,
Trying to set an expectation
Yeah.
for everyone.
yeah,
This is not open-ended blank check time.
yeah. Granted, mine
right.
is
It's a
recurring, so
placeholder, right.
yours is a little bit more special, so it's,
Yeah.
it might be, but yeah, I usually ask every year for, it'll be 5,000 now.
Right, I think Casey was right about asking for the detail to put that in the warrant.
And so also on that meeting on the 23rd, what
Yeah.
we'll do is I'll draw up a PowerPoint for folks, and then I can let everybody, Google Doc slides, whatever.
Yeah.
So everybody can take a look at it, so we can review that on the Monday before we go talk to them on Tuesday.
Perfect.
So we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
Again, I think it would also be helpful on the second half of that meeting to have some concrete asks that we can put on a slide. So I can put that thing on a slide.
yes. Yeah, I do
so-
agree with that.
So we should also allot for some kind of time to talk about that, or on our own, if we could go hunt down some of those specifics.
Good idea.
If we want to, talk to Gary Gregory, like how would
Right.
we actually incorporate that in maybe over the next week and a half, whatever.
I mean, what he said is just, we need to know what we want to do, and then he can give us answers.
Okay.
And that's going to be my sense. I mean, there are plenty of reenactors out there, but they want to know what you want from them,
Right.
right?
I agree with
They'll
you.
say it's $100 an hour, or whatever it is, to come out and do stuff, but they need to know how many hours you want, when it's going to be, and see if it fits in their schedule. So we need to figure out our plan to something.
Okay. So if whatever those aspects are, like, so
So we'll meet,
well, yeah, like so whatever Gary does, as far as like, does he do an hour gig, a half hour gig?
He used to have a business
The printing thing, I'm
printing
aware,
thing.
yeah.
That business right now is shuttered. He's buying a building in Boston to reopen,
Yeah.
as I understand it. But we can talk to him. He's a wealth of information.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so I'm wondering what his ideal is. Like what would be
I don't think it's him. He'll do like Benjamin Franklin. And he,
I'm sorry, what his ideal reenactment would be. You know, like
I think
if he told us I would love an hour and a half with this facility with this amount of space at this time. You know?
Well, he's going to say, do you want Ben Franklin or do you want someone else? Because he does Ben Franklin, but he doesn't like have a array. He does, but he probably knows somebody who does.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to know what we're interested in.
So do we want to have Ben Franklin at this?
I-
Ben Franklin even at that time?
So yes, he is.
Yeah.
But yes, but would love. I think we'd love to have Ben Franklin.
I agree.
So my other thought is, you know, how do we work him in? Do we work him in earlier on the day of the parade? Do we have him at a school function? You know, those things.
We have to sit
I would
and talk
just
about.
be interested in, because I think we can start getting into the nitty gritty with some of these other things.
Yeah,
now.
we can.
And then we can put them on the sheet, because these are things that we're going to be asked
Right.
at town meeting.
I
I'm
want
sorry.
to,
Definitely town meeting, but also.
Lydia couldn't be here, but
Yeah.
we had a walk app
Mm-hmm.
on it, and Maureen Johnson is gonna see if one of the Eagle Scouts
Yeah.
can do it, just to let you guys know.
That'd be
Ju-
awesome.
Also, I also think when we come up and put those on the slides, we can let everybody know, A, they're a work in progress, but B, if anyone in the select board is extremely enthusiastic about something too, I mean, that's something we can enlist their help and say,
yeah.
let's get on board here. Or also, you know, frankly, take their opinions on what they think would work or not work, or something that they would also get excited about. So
Right, so me looking at this,
Mm-hmm.
I think we all, I don't know, about the historical tours with the buses, I think that was kind of like a tough
The
read.
buses have been nicked.
the buses have been nixed, but
Next.
not the ponies.
Not the ponies,
I think
right,
we
that's what I'm
definitely can
saying.
keep the ponies.
The bus.
But also walking too. Like so,
Yeah.
those are the things I'd like to discuss with Leslie. Like if there's a downtown walk kind of thing, then that may
Yeah,
be
that's
easier.
what that's why I put that out.
Because some of the houses they're on the
Right.
Northborough or Southborough line, so they're not close.
they're not close.
Right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they are
goes up there.
they are
Thank you, Carl.
out there.
Yeah, we could take that off the list. Yeah,
Yeah. Because through that last
still
email
have
I
the
saw
ponies.
was a lot.
And
so.
Jen was so nice. Thank you, Jen.
If we're
Thank
nuts
you.
about having to have a way to move people around, school buses. And it's not the same as the trolley. It's the trolley that was expensive.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. the-
In having just taken a bunch of kids on the school bus the other day, they were not cheap either.
Oh, okay. All right.
I went into Boston in back, and it was close to $800.
Oh, okay.
So to have them for 5 hours, it's gonna probably. I'm assuming right now maybe we get a couple different costs.
So
but
what do
we-
you
we-
guys
we-
think next stuff?
We'd be looking
using the
at
bus.
we'd be
Okay.
looking at 500 to a grand.
Yeah,
you know,
we'll take that.
but I don't know. It could be. Let's see
yeah.
what we get for money too.
Well,
Right,
yeah,
that, that's one of my questions is, okay, we've got a letter from the town. Go forth and fundraise.
yeah.
How do we know what we're getting? How do we know what's coming in?
I'll ask.
Yeah.
I'll ask Kristen.
So
Yeah, yeah, we did. We did have.
we do. It exists. So yep. So we have the spreadsheet already. So that's
Right.
Any of us can edit that, and we can put the amount on that comes in.
For the things I've talked about, those amounts are on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So
Perfect.
it is.
Well,
as they go
I'll
forward.
ask Christy as well.
Yeah.
Casey.
And then and then she can give us updates at meetings, so we could update the chart too.
Gotcha.
Has
You
anyone
know,
else
And
tried-
it's good for people to see,
yeah,
has anyone else tried to fundraise for this yet?
no,
And I'm
No.
not trying to make people feel bad.
no,
but you're gonna do it anyway, so
Yeah,
go
yeah,
right
yeah.
ahead.
See, Roberta, what I'm doing for testing
yeah,
is the letter sufficient? Because that goes into my next topic, which is when do we start advertising this?
That's another question,
Well,
social media platforms.
but I still also have a motion out there that has not yet to get seconded, right?
Go right ahead.
Right. So I had thrown out a motion to begin fundraising, to start talking about fundraising. We had discussion, but we
Yeah,
never had a
but-
vote on it. Right. Yeah. I think you seconded, right? Okay.
And then we had a discussion and somebody spoke. I
Yeah.
don't know which,
Yeah.
We're
was
still
it
speaking
you?
all about it,
It
right?
was
Yes.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't trying to shut down voting.
no, no, I know you
We need
weren't.
to start
No,
talking.
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
need
that-
to
that-
start
that's the
talking
point of
about
the- yeah,
it.
the
No, I
discussion.
understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should vote. All right, so you made the motion, Carla second, we discussed it, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
So we can go
so
forward.
we can go forward with that.
Yeah. And we're going to be thinking about building out some concrete asks.
Bingo.
Because like I think we're all on the same page here where we're going to ask for money. We want to say, here's some things we want to do.
That was
Right.
one of
Yeah.
the things, it's a little, my point's gonna be a little bit of a twist on that.
Mm-hmm.
When I talked to the people, when I talked to Angela Erickson at Erickson Automotive,
Mm-hmm.
her comment was, well, what do we get for this? And, oh, your name will be on a banner.
On that letter, because I kind of read it fast because I was with my mom at the hospital, but on that letter, Carla, I think they said it, and I think BJ was talking to Jen about
Yeah.
what we should do. Like you guys put it on a big banner.
Yeah, so I don't know what was in your letter. For our letter, if you donate 1,000 or more, we get a individual banner for you, and we hang it at the block party, and then you are on, and your logo is on all of our marketing materials, our flyer. We shout you out in our little intermission speech. Any social media posts we do, we make sure to say thank you, XYZ.
Yeah.
If you donate under 1,000, we still recognize you on our flyer, but it's called business sponsor, and it's just the business name, not the logo, and they don't get a banner. So
Got
it's
ya.
pretty.
And there's
simple.
tables, right?
We offer everyone that sponsors a table. Not everyone takes it, but
Okay.
we do offer a table. And we don't charge anyone anyway for a table.
table.
But if all of us are, we always invite that as a courtesy.
And you were
Hey.
good. You were kind enough to give us 5
Yeah, and if
tables.
you end up having more, and you need 6 to 8. I
Okay.
won't say 6, 7.
6, 7.
Oh, God. I have a 13-year-old.
If you can do it, you can. If you can't,
But
no
we're willing
worries.
to, we'll figure it out. But
We'll figure it out.
but that's a way to go. But I think the banners too. We go to Sunshine Sign, Grafton maybe, about $100. We just get one banner per company that does 1,000.
Right.
It says major sponsor with their logo, and so
Okay.
we're lucky enough to have many repeat sponsors, so that we just use them year after year. So it's a one-time cost for us.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And also, to your point, the letter does have some of that. Like there's the Patriot level for $1,000. So they get their name listed on a donor recognition banner at the main celebration. They get recognition on the town's website, as well as a reserved table at the celebration. And only 5 of these tables are
I
available.
thought I read it.
Did anyone in here write that?
I
in the letter.
had like a scaffold of it, and I think it was filled in by Amanda and Christy.
Yeah. I knew I read it on the letter.
What about, I'm gonna go back to my earlier point, advertising, which somewhat ties in.
Yeah.
We're supposed to put everything on the town website.
Yes.
We don't have access to that. We have access to whatever the town, where the minutes and agenda are.
I will talk to Christy and Amanda about that.
My question
I
is.
put in a flyer. Go ahead.
I know you put in a flyer. I'd like to know when we can start to tell people about this.
Okay. I'll ask Christy tomorrow. How's that, Gary?
Yeah, and I think we could definitely tell everybody save the date for the party, the
Yeah.
block party,
June
right? Yeah.
26th, and I'll ask
Yeah.
Christy.
Well,
But we haven't. That's my
Yeah.
point. We need to do that. We need to do it in a structured manner. We need to let everyone, we want everyone in town to know that this is, the block party is gonna be an extravaganza this year.
So when we typically really kick up our marketing and things is after town meeting. That's when we usually have our first meeting, right, a week or so after that. And then that does, I mean, we're kind of a well-oiled machine at this point, so we don't need all the time to plan. But that's really when we start to put our flyers out, when we make an event on all the things. So as we get to that point, I think that, I could come back or we could collaborate on, do we want to do joint marketing? Do we want to, so it's,
That would
but
be
you went
good
with the
joint.
Rotary, right? The winter lights, the winter stroll.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
that we do in collaboration with the Rotary. So we try to align. We've gotten better over the years. We still have room to
Which is
improve, but just to kind of make sure the messaging is the same.
Exactly.
Like, this is the block party. Yes, the fireworks
And
will
the
be
more
after,
it goes
but-
out, Jen,
Yeah.
like I do the marketing on the Rotary, I do their their page. And I think then I connect it to the Heart of Westboro.
Mm-hmm.
So more announcements and more people that get the social media marketing aspect of it,
Yeah.
the better. And if we jump with you guys, with the town, because I know we have to share it from the town's page, Jen.
Yeah, I'm
to
not
go.
100% sure on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if that's what you've been
Yeah.
told. Yeah.
So I put out a flyer. It was just a rough draft
Yeah.
at the time. And so
Like I
until
have
we
a
kind
date
of narrow
placeholder.
it
We
down.
just did our brochure, so that's on there as the block party, June 26th.
Right.
Maybe I really don't think I do it until March, but usually I do like a generic kind of like save the date, block parties this day.
Right.
And then after March, going into April is when we really kick
You
it.
have a
Right.
look already set?
Yeah, kind of. It's just from Canva, but it's
I
like
mean,
it's red,
a
white, and blue. Yeah.
well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
I'm with
Great.
Jen
Yeah.
on the committee, and they're just,
You
they
should make sure
know.
that our work
Yeah.
I was gonna take
Yeah.
Mass.
is complimentary.
Yeah, Mass
Yeah.
250 has a bunch of collaterals and logos and things that we can use too.
Yeah.
That might be, I don't know,
Yeah,
it'll be helpful.
the Mass 250 logo, if you're sponsoring, they open that for free. So you just, you put it on anything you want.
Yeah, it's all on there.
That's great.
So I think
Okay.
I think that's a great point, Jen, too. So I think we can really, if we wanted to do even a soft save the date from now until March 21st after town meeting, because we're going to need to get funds approved
Yeah.
anyway, then we
Yeah.
can kind of really kick up the marketing in
Exactly.
tandem.
Yeah.
And I think that makes
And
sense.
go with Jen, because I think putting us together
Sure.
is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I rather market with Jen.
Yep, and
Okay.
and I think the save the date's going to be a good one. I mean, there is a World Cup game that day.
Wow.
I believe. So
really?
yes,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
just
Oh,
so you,
like,
I think it's kind of cool.
so you know, it'll be cool. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also
going on?
thinking you can put something up there too. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
or have more people buy. I mean,
Right.
you can definitely play off of that event as well. So
perfect.
I like the idea also that you're waiting till after town meeting because I think if you start too early,
yes,
people forget.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They do.
Yeah. So
Yep.
The soft is good and then
yeah,
hit
Yeah.
it hard.
absolutely. And then
Right.
we have our funding.
And then we can go out and really, when we have everything in its category, then we can say things and
Yeah.
here we
Not
are.
sure that
Absolutely.
We should be hitting hard on fundraising until,
No, we agreed on that.
so we're not gonna start the fund.
I am gonna go see Christine Williams tomorrow.
Okay.
So we are set for the 23rd for a meeting.
Yes.
Okay. And then 24th, we'll review all that stuff on the 23rd. We'll go
Exactly.
chat with them on the 24th.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So looking at everybody's time, I would entertain a motion, or I make a motion to adjourn. Oh, we need to accept, yeah, and we
Oh,
need
we
to,
gotta accept the
I'm sorry, we gotta accept the minutes, sorry.
Yes.
First of all, I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Discussion.
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 And then, great, pass. And then,
Thank you, Jen.
motion to adjourn.
Jen, thank you.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, great.
Guys, have a great night.
Thank you.
I won't be here next week.
Have a good
Out
break.
of town.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so.
Enjoy.